What's up, guys? We are back looking at some more MLB plays in today's video. We cashed every play from yesterday's video, and we also cashed a 9x 4-man in yesterday's video. First time posting like that 4-man here over on the YouTube videos, and we were able to cash the one out right there, 40 to 360, aka a 9x. Really awesome cash right there that I gave out for free yesterday over on YouTube. Since you guys hit the like goal yesterday, I have another free 4-man for you guys in this video, as well as 2 MLB plays. Let's hop in and let's keep cashing. If you want a free third play tomorrow or a free 4-man tomorrow, be sure to leave a like on this video here. 175 likes and I will drop a free third play in tomorrow's video also. While you're down there leaving a like though, you may as well subscribe to the channel if you have not already with those notifications on. That way you get in before these lines get bumped, get removed. Let's get to these plays. But first, don't miss out on checking out the DubClub. The DubClub is great. All of my plays sent straight to your phone, and also access to my Discord, where you get my 6-mans, my 4-mans, my bankroll builder slips, underdog streaks, community chat to talk to me and other members about plays, whatever's going on, and my contributors' plays where you get access to plays from Asmies, Emo, Elo, and Thirdone. If you go down in my description, there will be a banner that pops up at the bottom of your screen when you click on that link, giving you a limited time discount to get in the DubClub for either the next month or the next 3 months. So go ahead and join right now so that we get in on that discount, because there are only a couple of spots left, so get in right now before those run out. Yesterday in the DubClub though, we cashed out. We cashed that 4-man like I said earlier. We also cashed out here on every single main play here, except for the Yankees here. We just missed on Volpe and LeMahieu there, the Yankees. Otherwise, Diaz came through, Dubon came through. Dubon, by the way, had like 30 fantasy score. I took him in the video yesterday. Over 3 fantasy, he had like 30. Josh Bell went over his fantasy. Ruiz pushed right there. Baez, IKF, and also Brandon Marsh all cleared their fantasy score lines on PrizePicks. We cashed out yesterday. Also had a couple of winners there, as well as right there also. So don't miss out on joining the DubClub. You will not regret it, in my opinion. I truly believe that I have the best DubClub out there offered. So go get in right now, because I'll be posting some 6-mans and some 4-mans today, as well as a lot of those other fantasy score values that we've been cashing out on all MLB season. And like I said earlier too, you get access to community chat, so you just at me in the chat and I'll respond to any questions you have pretty much right away. I'm always in that chat constantly. It's super easy to reach me and ask me any questions you have. You also have, though, my plays from Asmies, Emo, Elo, and the third one. Asmies, though, is a big PGA guy. You can see all the love that he gets on his plays because he just cashes out time and time again. Even NBA and MLB right there. Emo's a big WNBA and NBA guy. Elo here is a big soccer guy, posting his soccer slips. He has been cashing guys out all season so far. And third one is a brand new tennis guy to the court who has been cashing out on his plays. You see the love that he has been getting also. So go down in my description or in the comment section, click on that link to get access to that special discount to get in the DubClub right now with only a couple of spots left. And now let's get to the free plays. So make sure that you play responsibly, not at your own risk. Leave a like on this video here if you have not already, and subscribe. Most important thing though is having those notifications on. That way you get in before these lines get bumped, get removed. Now let's get to today's plays. The first play like on the PrizePicks board for tonight's slate is going to be yet again, we're going to run him back, man. We have to do it. He came through for us yesterday. He's playing in his hometown. He had 30 fantasy score yesterday. That's going to be Mariko Dubon, over 3 fantasy score. He's cashed in 4 of his last 5 games, including 30 fantasy score just last game, and it's the same reasoning as yesterday. I expect him to run it back here. He literally has a green goblin on the PrizePicks board for a single. You know, a single on PrizePicks is 3 fantasy scores, so he has a green goblin to have at least 3 fantasy score. And also, his line is a 1.5 hit runs and RBIs, yet he's at 3 fantasy score. This line makes no sense at all. It is very, very mispriced. Give me Dubon's over here. He's had at least 3 and 62% of games this year. And like I talked about in yesterday's video, his hits, runs, and RBIs line is like a minus 120 on the over. If you're clearing your hits, runs, and RBIs line, I'm pretty sure it's impossible for you to not clear your fantasy score line. He has hit a hit in 60% of games this year, and you can see that his hit today is about a minus 240, a minus 260 on FanDuel right now to go over. Any hit is at least 3 fantasy scores, so he's a minus 260 on FanDuel essentially to at least push at 3 fantasy. This line is very, very mispriced in my opinion. We've been taking advantage of this the entire time really over in the DubClub. Like, in at least 3 of these games, I think, we've taken Dubon's over, and he's cashed for us just time and time again. He's been my guy. I expect him to remain my guy here and come through yet again here. I'll be seeing wins this year, though. He's been even better, at least when they score a couple of runs here. On the road, he's been a little bit worse, but I touched on this all just in yesterday's video. Was not worried about it. He dropped 30 fantasy score yesterday. It's a really simple breakdown. He's been our guy, man, and he's in another great spot with a mispriced line. So give him the over for Dubon tonight. I will touch on this matchup, though, against Luis Severino here. He has had 8 plate appearances against him with a 125 batting average, so not super great. But I will say, though, his pitch mix is a little bit better for the most part. He's a 290 on-base average, but he faces the slider, the fastball, and the sinker today. Slider does go down quite a bit, but the fastball is a 251, and the sinker is a 411. So if he's indeed throwing that sinker at him, as well as mixing in that fastball, he should be in a pretty great spot to have at least a hit in this game. So Dubon has been great this year, especially in the last couple of games here. He had 5 plate appearances yesterday. Hopefully he can get 5 again today. Probably won't because they scored 13 runs yesterday, but if we can get 4 plate appearances here, I'll be feeling pretty great about Dubon's opportunity to have at least a hit in this game and cover at least 3 fantasy scores. So give me the over in his hometown again of Dubon over 3 fantasy. Before we get to the next couple of plays in this video, if you're not yet on Sleeper, it is in my opinion the best app out there right now because of all the offers that they have for not just new users, but current users. You can see all the stuff that I have on my app right now. Like they have a CSGO protected pick at $5 right now for me. They have a CSGO discount there, a CSGO boosted play there, Mike Trout boosted to have at least just 1 hit today. You also have Tina Charles here also boosted over her points today. A lot of really, really awesome things about this app here. So if you want it for yourself, go get it for yourself in my description and use that promo code DOMG because it helps me out and helps you out as well. You get a first on deposit up to $100 and you get a free square when you sign up for Sleeper 2 using my promo code DOMG, and you could also get a lot of these different promos too. You could also potentially get a better payout than an app like PrizePicks. Like for example, if you like Tariq Skubal's under fantasy points, for example, and like Burke here over strikeouts, pays at a 3.9x over on Sleeper compared to maybe a 3x on PrizePicks. You could also do a factor in other plays too, like Brandon Lowe's over and maybe Burke's under. Pays at a 3.42x here over on Sleeper. You take Lowe's under, you could see that it would actually be an even better payout right there at a 3.62x payout. So there's a lot of different payouts that you can get if you use Sleeper. So go get it for yourself in my description. Use code DOMG. I should also mention that you actually get a free month of my DubClub if you happen to use promo code DOMG on an app that I'm affiliated with. You can see all the different apps I'm affiliated right here, including, of course, Sleeper, which I just talked about. Every app out there is promo code DOMG except for Better. That is promo code DOMG Props. Every other app out there, though, is promo code DOMG. So if you used DOMG on an app, take a screenshot and send that to domgpropsvip@gmail.com, and I can send you back a free month of my DubClub. All right, now getting to my second play here on the PrizePicks board, we are going to remain in the fantasy score category, but if you are on a sportsbook, I do have an alternative for you, and that's going to be Andy Page's over 4.5 hitter fantasy score. If you're on a sportsbook, though, I do like his over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Same for Dubon, by the way. If I ever post a fantasy score line, just know I'm also going to like the hits, runs, and RBIs also on the over. So if you're on the DubClub too and you don't have PrizePicks, just know I'm going to like the hits, runs, and RBIs also. But you see here that Pages is also in a pretty good spot. He's been over 4.5 fantasy score in 65% of games this year, and also 16 of his last 20 games. He's only missed this 4 times here, which was just a little bad span right there. But otherwise, he's covered this line in 4 straight games with at least 7, and he's had at least 11 in 3 straight games now, coming off of 38 last game, by the way, which I did take his over in that game. But it's just kind of the same deal here with Dubon here, just focusing on the odds and finding just mispriced lines on PrizePicks. Right now, his hits, runs, and RBIs line is like a -140, a -150. Sleeper and underdog, of course, even higher. But so he's like -140 or whatever for like those lines. His hit rate for his hit, runs, and RBIs, though, is 57%, but fantasy score here is 65%. So there's an 8% increase to his hit rate for fantasy score, and it's also a -140 like on the over right there for his hit, runs, and RBIs. So 8% difference for a better hit rate, and he's like a -140. So what I'm trying to say is that we're getting some very, very good value right here because that line's a -140. This line has an even better hit rate here, and it's pretty much impossible for you to have more than 1.5 hit, runs, and RBIs and not cover your fantasy score. It is almost impossible, if not impossible. So that is why there is so much edge here, and that is why we had such a successful day yesterday over in the DubClub, right, by the way, with just finding these mispriced lines right here. The Yankees just happen to have a shitty game, but otherwise, I did the same thing for every single play that you can see right here. So that's why I like Andy Pages so much over his fantasy score today. But like I said earlier, I do also like his over 1.5 hit, runs, and RBIs because I do like the Dodgers offense a lot today. And overall, I think he's in a great spot. I'm not done with the free plays yet. I still have a free 4-man for you guys at the end of the video. But again, don't miss out on joining the DubClub because there are a lot more 4-mans and 6-mans available. And my full list of those fantasy scores that we've been cashing out on all season is over in this DubClub here. You also get access to a ton of different perks in the Discord like I touched on earlier, including more places for my contributors for a ton of different sports, community chat to talk to me and other members, bankroll builder slips. There's a lot more available here. So don't miss out. There will be that link available in my description or in the top of the comment section. Don't miss out any longer in joining. There will be that link that will get you a discount. And here's some more free plays from the Daily Grind tool. This tool can show off the best bet to value plays on an app like PrizePicks or Underdog. Right now on PrizePicks, they like some plays for the WNBA, some CSGO, some Chris Sale, under fantasy score as well as some PGA value here too on Cole and Novak here over and under their birdies or better in the PGA. If you click on PrizePicks plays, you can filter down to a 2-pick power player, same with a 5-pick or 6-pick flex. It is a very powerful tool, and if you want it for yourself, get it for yourself in my description by clicking on the fantasy bundle and scrolling down. That will get you a little bit of a discount. You also have the slip generator too, which is over 2,000 units of profit since last year. There are 6 slips on the board, including plays for apps like PrizePicks and Underdog. Right now on PrizePicks, they like this 6-pick flex, which contains some value right now on some WNBA, some MLB, and some PGA. Has a profit margin about 3.47%, and if you click on Bet on PrizePicks, it puts into PrizePicks for you just like that. Go get this tool for yourself in my description by clicking on the slip generator this time though, and scrolling down. Again, use promo code DOMG. But now, let's get to the other 4-man slip here. So we're hoping to cash a 4-man in back-to-back games here. We're going to give you access to my 6-man category here over in my DubClub / Discord. But we're going to scroll down here. You can see the Cubs is what I'm liking today for the under. There are a couple other teams I do like for the under as well today, like the Mariners and the Guardians. But the Cubs is what I have for right now. The wind is blowing in very, very badly, and they're also going to be facing a newer pitcher in Jacob Mizorowski. He's only had 1 MLB start, I believe, so far. But he's a very, very solid pitcher, killed it in the minors, and that win is definitely going to help him out a little bit today. So Suzuki here under fantasy score, Tucker under fantasy score, Happ under fantasy score, with Pages over for his 4.5 hitter fantasy. You could also sub in Dubon instead if you like him a little bit more. Let's talk about these guys real quick. So first off, we had Suzuki and his under here. So he's at 6 fantasy score on PrizePicks. You can see he's been over this in only about 46% of games this year. And in his last 10 games, only over in 4 of his last 10. In losses, he's only been over this twice in his last 10 games, actually. And if you factor in now Kyle Tucker here, you can see he's been over this in only about 40% of his last 10. In losses, he's been over this in 3 of his last 10. We can also factor in now Ian Happ too, who's a little bit different. He's over in 5 of his last 10, in losses though 4 of his last 10. So you see there's a lot of games here where they've kind of been on the same page, going over or going under in the same game. And this also has one of the lowest over-unders on the entire slate. It's going to be very, very hard to hit some doubles and some home runs with the wind in this stadium today. More evidence for that is right here. This is from an account on Twitter called Ballpark Pal, which I use a lot to just kind of factor in the weather here for my plays. And you see Wrigley Field here, where the Cubs are, of course, playing today. It's their home stadium. It has a 15% decrease in the typical runs in their stadium, minus 1.29 runs, minus 21% for home runs, and minus 17% for doubles and triples there. Only a plus 3% for singles, which I'm fine if these guys all hit a single as long as they don't do anything else. So that's why I like those guys on the under so much today. Just that wind is going to be a very, very big factor here. And I think overall it's just worth it for the non-X payout. Like I said earlier in yesterday's video though, is there going to be a lot of green or it's going to be a lot of red. It's a lot more likely to go 1 for 4 or 4 for 4 than it really is to go like 2 for 4, for example, or 3 for 4. Like it's correlated because they're all on the same team, of course, which means they're going to help each other out. We're hoping that they do not help each other out today because we're expecting the wind to be really bad and them not to be put into run and RBI opportunities. So like I said earlier, if they have a very good game, it's going to be a lot of red. If they have a bad game, it's going to be a lot of green. So that's what we're looking for here. We cashed yesterday. Let's try to do it again. Thank you for watching us. Do it for the next video. Best of luck. If you want to save over $5,000 of profit on PrizePicks, watch this video on your screen right here.